again, everyone, and welcome to LanguageCaster.com, the football language podcast for learners and teachers of English. This is Damien, and I, along with Damon, who's based in Japan, of course, we form the LanguageCaster team. And over the next few weeks or so, we will be explaining some of the words and phrases from the 2022 World Cup that is currently taking place in Qatar. On this short podcast, I'll be looking at the verb to stun, which appeared in a BBC report on the Saudi Arabia victory over Argentina on day 3 of the World Cup. Truly incredible.
Você está escutando languagecaster.com.
Well, day 3 of the World Cup gave us one of the biggest ever shocks in world football when Saudi Arabia, ranked 51st in the world, came from behind to defeat second favourites Argentina in a Group C match, an Argentina that had not lost in 36 previous matches. Incredible. The sentence we are going to focus on is taken from the BBC report on the game. A bold and brilliant Saudi Arabia pulled off one of the biggest shocks in World Cup history as they came from behind to stun two-time winners Argentina in a fantastic Group C opener in Lusail. So the sentence begins by describing the Saudi Arabian team as bold and brilliant, which describes their performance. They were bold or daring or adventurous as they played a high line against a top team. Why was this daring? Well, most teams would sit back. They would park the bus and defend with 10 players behind the ball. But instead, they pushed up and gave the Argentinian team very little space. The sentence goes on to explain that the Saudi Arabian side pulled off a shock. This means that they did something well, even though it was a difficult thing to do. We might also hear the phrase to pull off a surprise win, which would mean that few people expected the team to win, just like in this example. Most people felt when Argentina scored first, they would go on to win, but the Saudis came from behind to win. They were losing 1-0, but ended up winning 2-1. Now, this result stunned Argentina, which means that they could not really believe what had happened. They were surprised. Actually, stronger than that, they were shocked. In the sport of boxing, if a boxer hits their opponent really hard, then they are stunned and cannot really continue. And although Argentina tried hard to equalise, they could not react after the Saudi second goal. The Saudi team stunned the Argentinian team. The Argentinians were stunned by the Saudi team. It was a truly stunning victory.
Du lytter til languagecaster.com.
Now, if you want to ask us any football language questions or simply say hello during the World Cup, then you can do so by adding a comment on our site here or by using our forum. You can also send us an email at admin@languagecaster.com, and you can also look out for us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Don't forget to join our predictions competition, which you can find on our site. It's 3 points for a perfect prediction and 1 point for a prediction that is right but doesn't have the exact score. Come along and join in.
Je luistert naar languagecaster.com.
Yes, you are listening to LanguageCaster. That message was from a Dutch supporter. It would be great to hear from anyone else who might like to share this message. You are listening to languagecaster.com. Don't forget there's a transcript to this short podcast and there's lots of vocabulary support which you can access by coming along to our site. We think it's a great resource for those learning and teaching the language. Okay, that's it for the third of our daily World Cup football language podcasts. We looked at the verb to stun from a BBC report on the game between Saudi Arabia and Argentina. What a fantastic win for Saudi Arabia. We'll be back with some more World Cup football language tomorrow. Enjoy all the football and we'll see you then. Bye bye.